My name is Keith McGrain. I am the CEO of Gaelectric Energy Storage. Gaelectric Energy Storage is the energy storage division of the Irish wind farm development company Gaelectric, who has operations in Ireland and in the United States. Background to the organisation is that the storage division of the wind farm development company Gaelectric has identified storage technologies that can be deployed today to deal with the issues associated with the integration of renewable energy onto the power system. Being an Irish company, we're best placed to understand those challenges because Ireland has one of the world's highest penetration levels of wind. At periods of the night, wind would represent 50% plus of overall electricity demand, and that's causing huge instability problems on the system where they have to actually curtail the wind farms, i.e. turn them off. Our offering in terms of technology is the understanding of how you would integrate very large scale electricity storage in the form of compressed air energy storage onto a real system that is dealing with real issues today. And the ambition of the company is to develop a full-scale energy storage plant by 2015, 2016, and then internationalize that expertise beyond the shores of Ireland right across Europe, where the same problems and challenges associated with wind integration will be faced. The company is seeking to solve fundamental challenges associated with the integration of renewables onto power systems. At the moment, some systems such as Ireland are experiencing extremely high levels of wind, at times greater than 50%. And as a consequence of that, the system is having to curtail those wind farms. The same issues and challenges are being identified right across Europe, such as in Germany, also in the Benelux countries and in Spain. So Ireland is experiencing these challenges first because it's such a small island grid system. What we're trying to introduce as a solution is large-scale bulk energy storage in the form of compressed air energy storage. And what that will do is it will enable the system to remain stable during periods of high wind penetration, but also enable the management of the variability of that wind resource and redeliver stored wind back into the grid during periods of high demand, and thus reducing the reliance on more expensive forms of conventional generation to meet peak demand. At the moment, we're seeking two types of investment capital. Investment capital to actually develop projects, and also capital probably coming from venture capital sources to identify and define and allow us productize the intellectual property that we are developing. That is going to be very specific to the layer of intelligence that's required to understand storage, to put a value on storage and optimize assets when they're actually constructed. So it's two forms of capital we're seeking, capital to develop projects and capital to develop the IP. Company's key commercial goal is to get what will be, hopefully, the world's first wind management compressed air energy storage facility built and operating by 2016 in Ireland. And that will establish a framework for this technology globally. So that's our key commercial milestone that the company seeks to achieve over the course of the next 3 to 4 years. The competitive landscape in terms of the competition between storage technologies such as compressed air against battery and flywheel, they have their own distinct parts on the value chain. And the opportunity is so sizable that there's no one silver bullet, that they will find their own respective application once they reach a certain cost point. In the next 12 months, there are fundamental changes in markets, power markets right across Europe to enable renewable energy. And as a consequence of that, a lot of value is shifting from energy markets into flexibility markets or balancing markets. That is only favourable for electricity storage because not only can it sell balancing services, but as a consequence of selling them, it makes it very economic to provide also wholesale energy into electricity markets. The market landscape thus is only going to become more favourable as these systems reform themselves to acknowledge the fact that if you're going to integrate renewables, you have to pay the right value for flexibility that's going to integrate and enable governments to achieve their targets by 2020. 12-month goal is to establish the company as the European leader in bulk electricity storage and crystallise the renewables integration platform, which is our key IP and our key technology development, out of developing projects that we will internationalise in the growing demand for storage integration in grids globally that need to enable greater levels of renewables onto the system.